Hi there. I'm excited to introduce Leading and Learning with Character LLC to you today. My name is Earl+Morrison. I am the founder and owner. My wife Penny and I started Leading and Learning with Character out of our passion for leadership and personal development. Our company provides in-person and online training, mentoring, and consulting to individuals and organizations. Our passion for teaching and mentoring is unwavering, and we are dedicated to helping our clients achieve their maximum potential. Before I introduce you to our signature class, Change Your Mindset, Change Your Life, I want to talk a little bit about our journey to leading and learning with character. I want to share a little background of how we got here and the basis of our mission. Everything that we think, say, or do at Leading and Learning with Character is based on four of our favorite scriptures, and I'll reveal them as we go through our story. The first scripture is, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." Joshua 1:9. I just recently retired to operate our business full time after 29 years in the criminal justice field. I spent 6 years working in the prison system in Texas, and then the last 23 in law enforcement in Texas and Oklahoma. Back in 2014, I felt a calling to pursue my ultimate goal in law enforcement, to become a chief of police. Many of you experienced that. In the summer of 2014, that dream came true when I was appointed as the chief of police in the city just north of Austin. Our thoughts were, wow, God is good. Dreams are coming true. Here we go. However, the excitement was cut short as we lost an officer in the line of duty just 10 months in. If you've ever experienced that or around anybody that has, without a doubt, this is one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, was to lead others through this, which is where "be strong and courageous," it came to be such a viable mantra for us in our lives. When you experience that, you understand, and it's even a greater responsibility and experience when you're actually the head of an organization and that happens to one of your own. So over the next 2 years, politics reared its ugly head, and we found ourselves out of our dream job in March of 2017. That was just a little over 2.5 years in. And we thought, man, what is next? Where do we go? What do we do? I'm sure many of you have experienced some of the same things and throughout your career, throughout your lifetime. Is it, where are we at? What's next? Where do we go? And what do we do? Penny and I prayed and we pleaded and maybe even got angry with God for the next opportunity. Our thoughts were, what are we supposed to learn from this? How do we make things better for someone else that might face the same struggles or challenge? It's not really one of those things where you want to put blame on anything other than, what am I supposed to learn? And in June of 2017, we created Leading and Learning with Character to help others lead and learn by overcoming challenges and difficult situations. The difficult situations and the leadership struggles are not what we always talk about. And so it's always a little bit difficult when you start talking about that, because people don't want to share their feelings or be overly emotional. During that time, I wrote my first book, Leadership Lessons Learned. I wrote the book because I needed a way to better understand my leadership and what I had undergone as the chief of police. And as I processed this, I realized that others could benefit from the lessons I had learned and use them to grow their own leadership and legacy. So this first book that I wrote, Leadership Lessons Learned, basically it is an account of me and talking about the lessons that I learned throughout my career, and as the head of an organization. They hone in on my struggles and my triumphs as I tried to learn how to lead and learn with character. Brings us to our second verse that we're all about, is 1 Peter 5:7. Cast all your cares on him because he cares for you. 11 months later, we got our second chance of being chief of police. And we thought, here we go, another shot at leading the police department and community. It was out in West Texas. However, once more, things became extremely political only 7 months in. Now, there's a lot of reasons for that that I don't want to get into, but you know what I'm talking about. You find yourself in these same kind of situations, and you don't know what to do. And again, our thoughts were, here we go again. We just had our newest blessing with our youngest daughter. We bought a house, and really we were in the middle of nowhere out in Western Texas. And so with that, without a doubt, we had to put all our cares on God because we were out of a job again. And here goes our thoughts again. What are we supposed to learn? And how do we move forward? And it's in this that you realize that it's not possible without God, not even close. We were stuck there for another 6 months. Now, that's a challenge in and of itself, being in an area and an environment where you're kind of not wanted for various reasons. But 6 months into that, after we were there, God moved. And when he moved, man, did he move. We showed our house to one couple after being on the market for one day, and they bought it. As is, no repairs, no negotiation, no issue. Yeah, God is amazing, without a doubt. Now I have more time on my hands, so we began to develop leadership lesson classes, and I wrote my second book, Mentoring for Life. Now this came from our passion to want to help others and guide them through the good and the bad times. I had done some mentoring things throughout my career, had implemented some mentoring programs in my agency that I left to go be a chief of police from, and so it was that passion that was always there. And then 11 months later, we found ourselves headed to Oklahoma for our next opportunity, mentoring for life. So when I wrote this, again, it came out of because I had implemented the mentoring program uh, before in the agency where I grew up, and then I retired to be a police chief. I implemented a mentoring program where I was chief of police the first time, and so I started doing it again in the city in Western Texas. And so this is just a guide, really, to help you process through that. Um, if you want to understand how to develop, implement, and cultivate a mentoring program in your organization and how to find a mentor, this book is for you. Which coincides with our next verses. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Proverbs 27:17. Now, our opportunity in Oklahoma was much different than the others. I took a job that was half the pay that we were accustomed to having. Again, you take what's offered because that's a door that God opens. Okay. I fought tooth and nail to find another job out of that organization out of Oklahoma. Man, my thoughts were, I want to be anywhere but here. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know what God brought me here for, but anywhere but here. But you can't go anywhere until God releases you. Okay. So over the next few years, I worked my way to the top of the organization as the number two person, assistant director, but there was still something missing. And I felt at the time God was preparing me for the top spot, only to realize a short time later that that was not the case. Sometimes we think we know what God has for us because it matches up with what our vision is or what our goals or what our plan is. And God says, not quite, but I do have something for you. That's where we were. And then 1 year later, as I said just recently, and anyone who sat in my classes has heard me talk about crossroad decisions. If you haven't, you should. You should take some of those classes and listen to as I talk about crossroad decision that we all come through, depending on where we're at in our career, where we're at in our life, the seasons that are there. We're either just beginning, we're in the middle, or we're nearing the end. Well, I was truly at a crossroad decision moment in my life. And it was really this: do I continue to pursue a profession that seems to not want a leader of my caliber? Or do I just pursue my retirement life and operate our business full time? That's a crossroad decision because when you've done something for so long, it's hard to step away from that. So during that time, I wrote my third book, Jumpstart Your Leadership and Spiritual Growth. It's 119 daily devotions to grow your leadership and spiritual walk with God. We just released it this year. in late January. And really, it is talking about jumpstarting both your leadership and your spiritual growth. And how cool is that you can apply those both at the same time? Because I'm telling you, they're not exclusive of each other; they're inclusive of each other. And this is just a daily walkthrough of really a lot of the lessons that I've learned, a lot of the topics that I teach along the way. Which brings us to our fourth verse that's what our business is all about. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be pleasing in your sight, O God, my rock and my redeemer. Psalms 19:14. Which is where we are. I'm officially retired from law enforcement and pursuing God's calling on my life, which brings us to the present. Our goal is to positively affect the lives of anyone that we come in contact with, no matter the circumstance. This led us to create some signature packages that encompass multiple facets of what we're all about at Leading and Learning with Care. You can access any of those or learn more about us at Earl+Morrison.com. I really want to showcase one of our favorite series. It's called Change Your Mindset, Change Your Life. And within it is Change Your Mindset, Change Your Attitude. One of the things I think we ignore is our own mindset and how much we can control it if we are intentional and disciplined. That's why this series is so important. We talk about several topics and how we must understand our own influences on our mindset and attitude, and it is not anybody else's fault or responsibility. The topics we discuss are learning from your mistakes, self-reflection, your attitude, your responsibility, dealing with difficult people, control your reactions and your emotions, and never give up. Why are these so critical in how we move forward? Mindset is everything, and from our mindset comes our attitude. What we don't talk about enough is keeping our mindset healthy. You put junk in, then junk comes out. When junk comes out, we tend to blame everyone else on the end product. This is usually a bad attitude or a junky mindset that has a negative effect on us and everyone around us. If we look at Psalms 19:14 closer, it basically is telling us what we should think, say, and do that are pleasing to God. If we focus on what we think about, our thought process changes. If we focus on saying things that are wholesome and pleasing to God, we are kinder and friendlier to everyone. If we only desire to serve and honor God, then the things we do are there to positively influence others and their walk with God. This also influences how each of us leads ourselves as well as others. Learning from your mistakes. Far too often we're stubborn and are hard-headed and keep making the same mistakes over and over. When that happens, it's never our fault, but everybody else's. This makes it very difficult to lead ourselves or others. And I can tell you without a doubt, the hardest person I've ever had to lead is myself. And we often can't get out of our own way. Self-reflection. Self-reflection is key because it's the only thing that helps me understand the past and prepare for the future. When we self-reflect, we are looking for the good things we're doing as well as the bad. I want to build on the good and get even better and improve the bad to make fewer mistakes with less consequences. Your attitude, your responsibility. One of the hardest things to realize is that we are responsible for our own healthy mindset and attitude. We can't keep blaming others for our own toxic and negative behaviors when we allow ourselves to be influenced negatively by other people and other situations. And hey, let's face it, life is not easy and not everyone will like you. But you must focus on keeping your mindset positive and healthy. Never try to do this alone. Surround yourself with people that care about you and want the best for you. You must be intentional and disciplined. Dealing with difficult people. Now, this one can be tricky. We often want to talk about how difficult others can be when we're just as bad, if not more difficult. The better we can understand the core reason behind a difficult person, the better we can understand them. Now, we can help them while helping ourselves. If I know why I have been difficult in the past, I can better understand how to help you not be so difficult. This also keeps me from judging others too harshly or quickly. Control your reactions. I don't think most of us realize how much we react to challenges, situations, and issues based on what we're dealing with at the time. This is the reason it's paramount that we keep our reactions and emotions in check so we don't overreact, underreact to anything. Yes, this can be difficult when we're going through tough times. That is when it is really important to be intentional and disciplined as to not project our stuff onto others. Never give up. No matter what you have encountered in your life, how difficult it has been, you can't quit. The only time you lose is when you give up. Don't let anyone else tell you what it looks like for you to be successful or matter in this world. This is where it's key to have a mentor or two to keep you focused. Just understand a mentor talks to you and helps you navigate all the negative junk in your life as well as the positive stuff. Understand the things that you have encountered and endured and never look back in regret. Look back in reflection. Regret focuses on the failure, reflection focuses on the lesson. Keep moving forward. Change your mindset, change your life. My call to action. Folks, you got to stop holding back on what God is calling you to do. Stop building walls and barriers. Take a stand and be obedient to God and get out of your comfort zone and into that God zone. What are you holding back today? Change your mindset, change your life. Are you struggling with toxic culture? Is your mindset negative or toxic? Start today. Transform your leadership and organization. Overcome challenges like poor communication, lack of teamwork, negative mindsets, bad attitudes. You fill in the blank. Are you ready to transform your life? Join our Change Your Mindset, Change Your Attitude class. It'll unlock the secrets to professional and personal growth and success with our comprehensive course by contacting us at Earl+Morrison.com for more information. Whether you're aiming to advance your career, enhance relationships, or simply live a more fulfilling life, our class offers the guidance and support you need to thrive. Folks, don't miss out on this opportunity to invest in yourself and embrace a mindset of positivity and possibility. For more information, you can contact me at Earl+Morrison.com or on Facebook at Earl Morrison Leading and Learning with Character and embark on a journey to transformation. Because you attended this summit and you listened to us, here is our summit complimentary offer for you. Begin today to change your mindset, change your life. Mindset is everything. It shapes your reality, it fuels your success, and transforms obstacles into opportunities. Cultivate a mindset, a positive mindset, and watch your world change. Isaiah 26:23 tells us, you keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on you because he trusts you. Now you can email us at Earl@Earl+Morrison with your name, email, and phone number and mention the word mindset change for a complimentary ebook copy of leadership lessons learned and a sneak peek video of the change your mindset, change your attitude topics, or scan the QR code to receive your free resources.